Hey everyone, hello and welcome to Second Saturday. Super excited to be here with all of you on this beautiful day. Today we're going to be exploring outer space with some special guests. We're going to start things off with a really fun story time with Miss Maria. Then we're going to take a trip to a little village to learn how to make a solar oven from Miss Jessica. And then we're going to learn about some great space themed books by Mrs. Liv. But first, I wanted to check in with my good buddy Lori. She's going to talk a little bit about the Summer Learning Challenge, which is starting later this month on June 28th. So I'm going to bring up Lori. Hi,
Hello.
Lori. Hey, how's it
Hi.
going?
Pretty good. So I guess for this space themed second Saturday, we're gonna start here on Earth, and I'm just gonna share a little information about the Summer Learning Challenge. So, like you said, the Summer Learning Challenge starts on June 28th, and it goes all the way through August 22nd. And this is a free program for kids all around Chicago. So this happens at all of our branches that are open. Um, and the Summer Learning Challenge has programs, books, grab and go kits, tons of activities. And this summer, everything is all about art. It's about exploring art around Chicago. It's about making art. It's about using art to share your ideas and share what you think about things, um, and and just have some fun and make something new. So here I want to show you a few special things about the Summer Learning Challenge. When you sign up for the Summer Learning Challenge, you get this really nice activity book, and we have one for school-age kids. We have one for little kids too, and so parents can use those with their kids. And this is full of activities you could do with your family, you could do on your own. And you see we have some art highlighted around Chicago. This is a cool mural that's on a building in Pilsen. And also you could win prizes like books when you sign up. At the end, when you finish all your reading, you get a prize bag. And this is how you take part. You go to your neighborhood branch and you let them know you want to sign up. And you could talk to your librarian and you could sign up for the program. And over the summer, you will read 500 minutes. So try to read 20 minutes a day. You read 500 minutes at least over the summer, and you do 5 activities. It could be things like doing a program, like you all are doing right now at Second Saturday, or going to a museum, or creating some art. Whatever you like to do, you choose. And you could talk to your local library about what's going on. And you could pick up some grab and go kits full of art activities, whatever you choose to do. Um, and that's how you do it. And you come back to the branch and you share what you've done, and you bring in your log where you keep track of all that you're doing. Right there. And it's a fun way to keep your brain working over the summer, keep you reading, keep doing fun activities. And we love the Summer Learning Challenge. At Chicago Public Library, we are all about having fun during the summer. So make sure you visit us all summer long and find out all the fun things you can do and explore some art. That's it for me. Hope to see you all this summer right here on Earth, but it seems like the rest of the morning we're going to be exploring more broadly. So have fun on your adventures today.
Awesome. Thanks, Lori.
Yeah.
See ya. Okay, we can't wait to start with art this summer. Remember, it's June 28th to August 22nd. And then later today at 11:30, over on Zoom, we will be joined by a local astronomer and space ambassador, Joe Guzman, who's going to give us a tour of the solar system. So if you weren't able to register for that program, no worries. We're going to record the Zoom program and post it up on our YouTube channel a little later. But before we do that, I want to bring in Maria from the Thomas Hughes Children's Library. She's going to read us a couple stories about space. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Aldo. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. As Aldo said, I'm Ms. Maria, and I work at the Harold Washington Library Center in the Thomas Hughes Children's Library. And so excited to share stories about space with you today. But before I share the first stories, I thought we would share some jokes. And I got these jokes from the book Space Jokes, compiled by Pam Rosenberg, illustrated by Myrnie Gallagher Cole. And it's filled with some really fun jokes, including why do astronauts enjoy space travel? Because It's out of this world. And I'll share one more. This one is what do you call a spaceship with a broken air conditioner? A frying saucer. Aren't those great jokes? You can get tons more there. And I'm going to share a few more throughout the story time. But now I'm ready for my first book. This is brought to you by, with permission from Chronicle Books. It's Interstellar Cinderella, written by Deborah Underwood, illustrated by Meg Hunt. And it's a little bit different Cinderella story than you might be used to. Here we go. Interstellar Cinderella. Once upon a planetoid, amid her books and sprockets, a girl named Cinderella dreamed of fixing fancy rockets. She fixed the robot dishwashers and Zoom rooms in her care, but late each night she snuck away to study ship repair. One day her wicked stepsisters came dashing in excited. The Prince's Royal Space Parade, our family's invited. I wish that you could come, my dear, alas no room, although, why don't you fix that broken ship and fly it to the show? My toolbox, Cinderella cried, we're stranded here, I guess. But Murgatroyd the mouse sent out a cosmic SOS. I'm here, your fairy guide robot. I'll make you brand new tools. You'll need a spacesuit too, of course, atomic blue with jewels. This power gem will speed your ship across the starry sky. It only lasts till midnight. After that, your ship won't fly. Oh, thank you, Cinderella said. She quickly fixed the rocket, then tucked the sonic socket wrench inside her spacesuit pocket. She zoomed past stars and nebulas and parked beside a moon. The space parade was glorious. Each starship made her swoon. At last the royal ship approached. Her heart was filled with yearning. The ship of Cinderella's dreams, but heavens, what was burning? The Prince's spaceship jerked and hissed and spewed a cloud of grit. The Prince hopped out. Oh, bless, what now? My chief mechanic quit. But Interstellar Cinderella knew just what to do. She zip-zapped with her socket wrench. The ship was good as new. The Prince invited her aboard. Last stop, Galactic Hall. He said, I hope you'll join me for the gravity-free ball. They talked for hours of rocket ships. The time went whizzing by. Then Cinderella saw the clock. Oh my, I have to fly. But wait, the Prince called out after her. Please tell me how to find. The girl was gone, but she had left her socket wrench behind. The Prince sent a transmission to the farthest edge of space. I'll search the cosmos for her. How I wish I'd seen her face. The Prince's ship, Grisella screeched. Her sister squealed in fear. The Prince won't marry one of us if Cinderella's here. Their mother said, don't worry, he won't find her in this house. I've trapped her in the attic with that useless robot mouse. The Prince's cargo door revealed a broken craft within. The girl I seek can fix a ship, so who would like to begin? He gave the sonic socket wrench to one, then to the other. At last they couldn't fix the ship, and neither could their mother. Cinderella struggled, but the space rope held her tight, till Murgatroyd's robotic teeth cut through it with one bite. The ship is leaving. Wait! What's this? She made a few repairs, then strapped the rusty jetpack on and blasted through the air. She landed right beside the prince. "The wretch is mine," she cried. She quickly fixed the alien ship. The prince said, "Be my bride." She thought this over carefully. Her family watched in panic. "I'm far too young for marriage, but I'll be your chief mechanic." And amid her fleet of sparkling ships and friends both old and new, a joyful Cinderella cried, "My star's dreams do come true." So Interstellar Cinderella did get to be a chief mechanic because she studied to do it. Wasn't that amazing? Let's go ahead and do a little rhyme on my flannel board now. This is about 4 stars. So let's count them out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little stars winking at me. 1 shot off, and now we have 3. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. 3 little stars with not much to do. 1 shot off, and now we have 2. 1, 2. 2 little stars were afraid of the sun. 1 shot off, and now we have 1. 1. 1 little star alone is not fun. It shot off, and now we have none. And another word for none is 0. I think we can share a couple more of those jokes from our book here, Space Jokes. Here we go. Which astronaut goes into space the most? Sir Launch-a-Lot. And how do you know when the moon isn't hungry? When it's a full moon. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? All right, I'm going to share another story with you now. This is with permission from Random House. It's the Outer Space Bedtime Race, written by Rob Sanders, illustrated by Brian Wong. All right, here we go. And it is the Outer Space Bedtime Race. Good night, the children call while spinning on their earthly ball. They put their covers way up tight and turn off every bedside light. Tucked safely in their comfy beds, they're not the only sleepyheads. In outer space, it's bedtime too. The aliens need their sleep too. Those aliens zip around the sun. The time for racing has begun. The planets line up in a row. Now, ready, set, and blast off, go! In Mercury, kids land rocket ships. They hurry to their nightly dips. They glide along on rocky paths and steamy craters, bubble baths. Inside sleep chambers warm and snug, they squeeze together in a hug. Click, clock, go, all the chamber lids. It's best bedtime for the Mercury kids. On Venus, time goes on and on. It seems like days and days till dawn. Kids shimmy into deep sleep suits and rubberized compression boots. They sip on warm galactic goop and slurp the slime chunks scoop by scoop. As satellites go whizzing by, loud snores from Venus fill the sky. The Martians scrub and wash and clean, and soon their skin is gleaming green. They rise and spit with Martian flair, then comb their tangled star-filled hair. They boing and bounce and giant springs, and land inside red hammock swings. The Martian parents softly hum when slumber time on Mars has come. To fall asleep in Jupiter, the kids count moons till their eyes blur. They use 12 fingers and 6 toes till finally they start to doze. The rings of Saturn circle round as Saturn kids at last bed down. They rest their heads on clouds of fluff. Get this, they all sleep in the bath. Uranus is a gassy place. They sleep with masks stuck to their face. Before lights out with beaks and books, they curl up inside cozy nooks. Since Neptune swarms with icy clouds, the Neptunites must sleep in crowds. Just as the clock strikes 59, those snoozes cross the finish line. The Pluto kids sleep on their feet, lined up together nice and neat. Poor Pluto is so very small. It's not a planet after all. The aliens are now asleep out in the cosmos dark and deep. They end their nightly bedtime race as planets spin through outer space. Far from the starry Milky Way, where asteroids zigzag and sway past comets and shooting stars, and all the way to where you are, the outer space bedtime race has now returned to our home base. With all the aliens in bed, it's now your turn, you sleepy heads. And that is the outer space bedtime race. Let's go ahead and do one more rhyme on my board. This is 5 little rockets. So let's go ahead and count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here we go. 5 little rockets are ready to zoom. The first one said there's not enough room. It starts its engine, it's ready to fly. It looks at the others and waves goodbye. Zoom! Let's see how many we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little rockets are ready to zoom. The second one said there's not enough room. It starts its engine, it's ready to fly. It looks at the others and waves goodbye. Zoom! And now we have 1, 2, 3. Three little rockets are ready to zoom. The third one said there's not enough room. It starts its engine, it's ready to fly. It waves to the others and waves goodbye. Zoom! Now we have 2 left. 1, 2. 2 little rockets are ready to zoom. The fourth one said there's not enough room. It starts its engine, it's ready to fly. It looks to the others and waves goodbye. Zoom! Now there's only 1 rocket left. 1 little rocket is ready to zoom. The last one said, there's so much room. It starts its engine, it's ready to fly. It looks to the others and waves goodbye. Zoom! And now we have 0 left. No more rockets ready to zoom. And I'm going to finish off our story time with 2 more jokes. All right, here we go. What does the runner-up in the Miss Galaxy contest receive? A constellation prize. And finally, what do you call a spaceship that drips water? A crying saucer. Thank you so much for joining me in our outer space story time. And now I will send it over to Eldo.
Thanks, Maria. See you later. Those jokes were really funny. Still laughing about the constellation one. Now we're going to take a trip to Little Village, where Miss Jessica is going to teach us a little bit about how you can make at home a solar oven.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica and we're here at the Little Village branch, and today we're going to explore the sun's solar power through a solar powered oven that we'll be making with a pizza box, or if you have a cardboard box laying around in your house, we can use that too. So next time you eat pizza, don't throw away the box because you can use it to warm up that last slice, or You can use any cardboard box you have in the house. You'll just have to change around some of the stuff. So we're gonna explore the sun. And did you know the temperature at the center of the sun is 27 million degrees Fahrenheit? And the surface of the sun is 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So just think about the hottest day you've ever been through and multiply that probably by 1,000,000 times. So the oven we'll be making won't necessarily use the heat from the sun, but we're using the sun's ray to heat our food. We're converting solar energy into electricity, which is used for power. So for the oven to work properly, it needs to have 3 components. Aluminum foil, which is gonna help reflect the sun's rays onto the box. Black construction paper or any dark paper that you have around the house. And this is gonna help absorb the heat and trap it in the box. And then plastic wrap. And the plastic wrap is gonna help contain the heat in the box. So let's talk about what materials we're gonna use. So the materials we'll be using today are gonna be, if you have a leftover pizza box, or if you have any other cardboard box, you kind of work around what you have. So just remember kind of the setup that we have for this. And as long as you have your 3 main components to keep everything warm inside the box, it should work or even work better. So you'll need a ruler, something to write with, a box cutter or scissors, saran wrap or cling wrap or plastic wrap, aluminum foil, black paper, any kind of tape you have, and then sticks, or you can even use the same ruler if you don't have sticks or a straw laying around. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wanna measure about 1 inch from each side of the box. So you're just gonna go ahead and use your pencil or your pen or your marker and draw those lines going around the box. So mine is a little weird shaped. It's not really a squared. So I'm gonna have to go around the edge of the box and kind of curve it. If you have a squared pizza box, it'll be way easier because you only have to do the 4 lines of the box. And then the last line. And you're gonna use your box cutter. If you have a box cutter, please let your adult help with it. If you don't have a box cutter, you can always use scissors. You can just start by kind of punching in one side of the box and then cut across. If you have a box cutter, it's way easier, but remember, use an adult so that they can cut it for you or they can help you cut it. And we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut the 3 sides of the box. And when you cut, you never wanna cut towards your hand, you always wanna cut out and never have your fingers in the way of the blade. And we're gonna leave this last side, we're not gonna cut it, but we're gonna fold it. So you're gonna open up the box, and we kind of made like a new lid for it. So we're just gonna go ahead and bend that last piece that we drew the line on, and we're making this new flap for the box. So this is where the aluminum foil is gonna go. So you're gonna take a piece of aluminum foil, and we wanna wrap the whole thing. So if you don't have tape, it's fine. You can wrap your aluminum foil and just wrap it down so it holds in place. If you have tape, it'll be easier, and you're gonna put a piece of aluminum foil and you're just gonna tape it down on the other side so it can stay in place. And you're gonna keep going around until you cover the entire lid of your box. Okay, so we covered the entire lid with aluminum foil. I use tape just to hold it down secure. If you don't have tape, you can wrap it around the edges so it's all set to go. Our next step is to cover the box where we cut it out with plastic wrap because we want it to stay warm inside the oven. So we're gonna open up the box, and what we're gonna do is we're going to tape plastic wrap onto the inside. And we wanna make this nice and tight so that no air is coming out of the box and that we're keeping all the warmth inside the box. And after we tape the piece to the inside of the box, we're gonna tape another piece on the outside of the lid and keep this side warm too. So what we did is we put plastic wrap on this side, and I used tape to hold it down. And we opened the lid and we put a layer of plastic wrap in the inside, and we also taped it down. And it kind of makes like this window. And remember, the plastic wrap is what's gonna keep the heat inside the box when it's closed. So we wanna make sure that no heat is coming out. So we really wanna press it down or tape it down so that this window kind of holds everything in the oven. And then on the inside, we're gonna add some insulation. So if you just wanna take some more aluminum foil, we're just gonna lay it down on the side and cover the edges. And just make sure you have some good amount there. And what we're doing this for is we're adding some insulation inside the box. So the more heat that stays in there, the faster it goes. And then what we're gonna do to top that off is we're gonna add some black construction paper. So the black paper is gonna absorb the heat. So we wanna keep this in here. So as the window's closed, the sun's gonna reflect down onto the box. The plastic wrap is gonna keep that heat inside. The black paper is gonna absorb the heat, and the aluminum foil is gonna help keep all the other edges nice and warm with the insulation. So let's go outside and try it out. I put cracker and chocolate for s'more. We're gonna close it up. And we're gonna prop open the lid. So you kind of wanna play with the sun's reflection and see where it's being reflected onto the plate the best. And what we're gonna do is, if you have the ruler, the stick, or a straw, you're gonna figure out what's the best height that helps reflect onto the plate. So right now that's a little bit later in the day. The sun's not as hot and not as high. So I think my best bet is gonna be my stick. So I'm gonna make sure everything's closed right. I'm gonna kind of point it down so it reflects straight onto the chocolate. And I'm gonna place my stick on the lid so that it stays open. And we're gonna leave this for about 10 minutes and check back on it. Today it's about 80 degrees, so we'll see how long it takes to warm it up. So I ended up putting a little piece of tape on our stick just to help it a little bit. And we've been out here for about 5 minutes on like an 80-degree day. And we're just checking in, and it looks like our chocolate is already melted down. So you can see it kind of starting to drip over. The longer you wait, the more melted it'll be, or the hotter the day is, the faster it'll melt. And you can try experimenting with bigger boxes or with different shaped boxes and different amounts of aluminum. You just always want to make sure that it stays closed all the way. Remember, this is a great way to save energy at home so that you're not using the microwave or the oven on a super hot day. You can just throw your stuff outside and warm up food. And thank you for joining us today.
Awesome. Thank you, Jessica. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Remember to look out for the recording of our special astronomer program later today. We'll be putting that up on YouTube. This is my last virtual Second Saturday. And I just want to say thank you for everyone for watching over the past couple months. Thanks to my mom for always tuning in, and thanks to the Thomas Hughes staff, everyone in Children's Services. It's been a really wonderful ride, and I hope to see everyone soon. But don't forget to check out the local astronomer Joe Guzman program later today on YouTube. I'm going to go get ready for the Zoom program that's starting in about 1 minute. So thank you, everyone. Take care, and I will see you around.